Signs and symptoms of a spiritual awakening. 1. You experience a sense of detachment. The path of spiritual awakening can initially seem overpowering and perplexing. This might make you feel disconnected and separated from the things and people you used to like, since it can feel like everything you believed to be real about your life was a lie. 2. You've revised your opinions. Your spiritual views may need to be significantly revised or replaced as a result of a spiritual awakening. Your priorities are probably different now, whether it entails developing a strong relationship with a new religion or belief or quitting your work to pursue your true passion. 3. You're having more vivid dreams. In addition to making your waking life more vivid, a spiritual awakening can also make your dreams more vibrant. It might also become clearer what your dreams imply and how they relate to your path. 4. You have more déjà vu and synchronicities. It's a sign you're on your spiritual path if you routinely experience mind-blowing synchronicities, like thinking about someone and then unexpectedly running into them the next day, or constantly see angel numbers. Similar to this, experiencing déjà vu is common. 5. Things change in your relationships. There is no question that spiritual awakenings are life-changing, but not everyone in your life will always be able to recognize that. Because of these changes, it's possible for you to feel as though your loved ones no longer comprehend you. Telling loved ones that they don't have to share your awakening in order for them to understand what you're going through. 6. You sense that spirituality is taking on more significance in your life. As you go through this process, it will be challenging to ignore the appeal from your spiritual side. One of your top goals will probably be the need to find fulfillment and significance in your spirituality. 7. You have better intuition. Another indication is a recent increase in intuition or the emergence of new intuitive talents. You feel much more in touch with yourself now that you've awakened, but they were always there, hidden beneath the layers of your ego. 8. You can detect deception and lack of genuineness. You'll be able to recognize any manipulative or false behavior when someone is lying to you, in addition to having increased intuition. Being around things that lack integrity is challenging. 9. You understand that everyone is traveling their own path. When you discover your own spiritual journey, you also grow tolerant of the notion that everyone else is traveling a special path. Things like winning discussions or persuading people of your viewpoint are less important today. 10. You desire to help others. You will feel compelled to provide service, whether to people, animals, or the environment, as you start to understand that all living things are intrinsically deserving and equal. You value having a cause you can support, since it will help your life feel more meaningful. It might not be necessary to alter your current positions or roles, but rather to simply approach what you are now doing with a greater feeling of service. 11. Your teachers find you. Your spiritual teachers might come everywhere with perfect timing to help you, while you're experiencing an awakening. These don't necessarily have to be actual teachers. They may be a friendly stranger at the supermarket, a random new friend, or a real-life spiritual or religious leader. 12. You feel alone. Spiritual awakenings are not simple endeavors, and while there is hope for enlightenment on the other side, it can feel quite lonely. Having your entire life turned upside down is alienating, particularly if the other people in your life aren't precisely riding the same wave. 13. You feel more connected to the natural world. You will feel more connected to nature, even though initially you could feel less attached to your friends and family. You will feel connected to everything, from plants to animals to the entire globe, and it could be pretty touching. 14. Your senses are heightened. As you grow more attuned to the present moment, senses frequently become more acute during spiritual awakenings. Sensitivity to energy, emotional, and/or bodily stimuli is a part of this. 15. You may have more bodily sensations. You might experience additional body feelings in addition to having enhanced awareness and senses. Sleep issues are rather prevalent. 16. You may have physical symptoms. A number of physical symptoms, such as weariness and brain fog, can also go along with spiritual awakenings. Of course, these symptoms could also be an indication of a medical illness, so you shouldn't discount them out of hand. 17. There's a sudden change in your habits and routine. When your spiritual life starts to change, so too will your daily life, including your routines and habits. Perhaps you've given meditation or time in nature a higher priority today, or you've given up old routines that weren't helping you. 18. Your outlook on the world feels different. Again, spiritual awakenings aren't simple, and the alienation and ego-deflating realizations that accompany them can cause anyone to feel as though they are existing in another reality. 19. Increased empathy. When you start to feel more a part of the environment around you, you'll also have a greater capacity for compassion for the pain of others. You might feel that it's impossible to ignore how widespread suffering is, which is why you feel more compelled than ever to help others. 20. You display more compassion. A person going through a spiritual awakening usually feel more compassionate toward others, while yet wanting to hold them accountable, in addition to feeling more empathic. Well, that wraps up today's episode. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.